Hi guys, you're welcome to another video. Yeah, I'm so excited because this video is going to be quite different from my usual videos, my usual lifestyle videos. Now I would ask you to forgive me because I'm at my balcony, so in case you hear any background noise, please just ignore. My toddler is sleeping and I do not want to disturb her because I think I'll be speaking very loud. Yeah, so so I want to just have this time for myself and just do this video before she wakes up. As a mom, I'm sure you would understand. Yeah, so excuse my bonnet also. Anyways guys, I just want to say thank you to all those of you that have been sticking by, that have been liking and subscribing and commenting to my videos. I do not take this for granted. I do not take your love for granted. I so much appreciate you. Right, so this video is something that I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to talk about it as an LSA, yeah, that works in the school. I've always wanted to make such kind of videos, but I've never really had the drive to make videos like this. So but something happened at the park 2 days ago that prompted me to make this video. So I'm just going to share with you a little bit of what happened and just tell you what I think about it. And I will be so glad if you guys can also tell me what you think about it. Comments down below. Okay, let's not leave anything out. Let's see. I just want people to have awareness about things like this, about things that happens in the school, about things that happen with our kids, right? So let's just dive into this video. Let me just tell you what happened. Let me go straight to the point because I don't want to waste much time giving an intro, right? But please guys, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. Your like and comment is also going to be very, very important in this video because I want to reach a wider audience on YouTube, and I also want people to know about things like this, and I also want mothers especially to know about things that happen. I met a lady, a Kenyan lady, right? So she came with her sister's child. Okay, so that's her nephew. So a toddler too, like Olivia. So I think he's around 4. So he's older than Olivia. He's 4 plus. Yeah. So he and Olivia were playing. They were running around for like an hour, and we just sat and were just talking and talking and talking. So I noticed several things with the boy. I noticed he was not communicating. He was not even like, he could not even say hello. I was like, that's quite odd for a boy of 4. And Olivia was, she was talking. No, don't do that, it's dangerous. No, you fall down, because the boy was climbing. He was climbing a tree. So there, like Olivia could communicate even at her age. She's just 2 years and some few months. I didn't want to say anything to her. I didn't want to sound so insensitive, so I didn't say anything to her. But as an LSA working with kids like this in the school, it was quite obvious. He was always running. He could not sit for 1 minute. So I already noticed immediately Olivia was playing with the boy, right? So it was so easy, like the signs were so glaring. Okay, so and then she told me, she was like, how is Olivia able to talk and her nephew could not? So I just asked her, like, what school does he go to and what did the school say to you guys? So she said, because it's her sister, so definitely she will not know all the fact, right? So she said, according to her sister, that the school that they registered the school said that the boy needed an LSA. So meaning he needed someone to come with him to school in the morning, get him to sit and do activities, get him to write, teach him what to do and what not to do, because definitely the class teacher will not be able to do all this, because of course there are so many kids. There will be so many kids in the class, maybe up to 15 or 20 kids in the class, right? So the class teacher and the assistant will not be able to do all these tasks, right? So what shocked me the most was that she said the sister refused. She refused, like totally refused. In fact, she changed the previous school the boy was going to, and she put him in another school. And they said the same thing to her, that this boy needs an LSA, right? So she refused also. The daycare the boy was going to, even before the boy started school, they had to tell her to stop bringing the boy to the daycare because they said the boy was so aggressive. He was hitting other kids. He was hitting his head. He would get annoyed at the slightest thing, and he could not communicate properly. So he was not even learning, so they had to tell her to stop. When they took him to the first school and the second school, so the second school, they had later told them that no, they need to take this boy to a special school. And the most surprising fact was that she said the sister refused. The sister said her son was okay, that there was nothing wrong with her son. So because I work as an LSA, so I felt this was quite personal. I just sat down there to educate this sister, right? This Kenyan lady. So I just sat down there to educate her. What surprised me the most was when she said that the sister was not even ready to assist the boy. Like, she was not ready to help the boy because she felt that the boy was okay, like there was nothing wrong with him, he's fine. Still, she said the sister would lock this boy up in the room, like every time they will have visitors, right? How sad is that? I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah, she said, yeah, that's what happens. That even right now she's at the park with this boy because they have a visitor at home, and she doesn't want the boy to start throwing things or disgracing her. According to her, that's the word she used, that the boy would disgrace her every time she had visitors. And there was a time, okay, they served food for the visitors and they served food for the boy. The boy didn't eat his own. He went over to the visitors' food and threw everything away. In fact, he would come to you and just take whatever you're eating without even asking or without even saying please, and all that. So I felt so bad. I felt so bad for this boy because it's just so sad that the parents are seeing the signs, but they are not willing to do anything to help. One thing with parents with these special kids is that they are always in denial. Like, they don't believe that their child have any problem. There are kids that are so hyper in class, like it's normal. It's normal. Like, your child cannot be running around, going out of the classroom, while the teacher is teaching. It's very distracting for other kids. Yeah. So, and Africans, we are very hyper. That's just the truth. We are very hyper people. Our kids are so hyper. Our kids can hit. It doesn't mean you might not be hitting your kid at home, but your kids can be playing and they can be hitting someone else. And these other kids, like, some of them, they are very, let me not say some of them, most of them, they are very, and they are very calm. Okay, they are even scared to touch, like they are scared to hit. So for me, what I do is that whenever I take Olivia to, in fact, this is why I even like taking her to the park, so that when we are outside and she's about playing with a child and she's about to push, she might be pushing out of excitement because she's excited, she wants to play with a friend. This is the reason why she's pushing. This is just her way of communicating. I don't know. I would tell her, Olivia, don't hit, be nice, say hello baby, and she will say hello baby. She'll start touching the, maybe if she's older than the child, she'll start touching the child's head. Hello, how are you? You're so cute. She says things like this. All right. So I just feel so bad because for a mother to, she, according to what the lady said, she said the mother hides the boy in the room. Like, whenever they have visitors, she keeps the boy inside, she locks him in. Really, Africans, like, we need to do better. Honestly, we need to come out of this mindset that we have, that visiting the doctor is such a big deal. The doctor telling you, okay, let's diagnose your son, it's such a big, it's not. Like, this is how you can see in this part of the world, this is the only way you can just get your children to belong. Okay, you can just get your children to mix up. Otherwise, your children would not have play dates, they will not have playmates, they will not even be friends with people in school. If they are in a mixed school whereby they are the only black, or maybe there are few blacks and majority is white, they will not have friends. That's just the truth. If your child is so hyper, is hitting people, is cursing, I know lots of children don't curse, right? So if it's all these things, these other nationalities, they will be scared of even letting your children come for a play date. So we need to teach them how to be calm. Do you understand? We need to teach them that you don't hit. When you want something, just say, please, can I have something? You understand? But looking at a child in the room, that's extreme, that's absurd. Like, I felt so bad. So I sat down with this lady for more than 1 hour and we talked about these things. I even told her, like, I told her about a course she could do that would help her, not just her, like, I mean, the course that her sister can do that can help her to communicate with this boy a lot. Because she was like, the boy is hitting his head, he gets so upset, he cannot say mommy, he just said Didi, and he calls everyone Didi. He was calling me Didi, so I think that's their word for auntie in Kenya. But he cannot say mommy, but he can say Didi, So I was just feeling so bad. So I told her about the course so she can see the signs and she can see that, okay, my child is exhibiting these signs. Because when you do the class, they're going to show you all the signs, not just telling you with mouth. They're going to show you videos of other kids of of how they behave, of other kids that have these signs, and how they've been able to help them. Do you understand? So I gave her the contact of the place where I did my course. I gave her the, yeah, the timings and all that, and let her know that it's flexible and it's accredited. Like, it's so good. Like, parents do this because not just people that wants to work in the school as LSAs, or people that wants to be behavioral technicians. No, not just people like that. Like, parents, they take part in these classes and see how they can help their kids. Because one thing is a teacher helping your child in the school, or an LSA helping your child in the school, and another thing is you continuing that help, you helping the child at home, because you cannot just leave everything for the teacher to do, right? So it continues from the home, right? Okay, so for people that don't know, an LSA is a learning support assistant. Okay, so usually a school would require a parent to, assign an LSA to a kid, a special kid. So these kids include kids with learning disabilities, right? So they have low cognitive memory, kids with hyperactivity. Hyperactivity, that's kids that are very hyper, kids that would leave their seats without any reason. They can teacher might be teaching and they can just stand up, walk to the front of the classroom. They don't even know why they are going out of the classroom. That's just how it is with them. Okay, so kids that have behavioral problems, kids that would flinch, like kids that would fight, kids that would get upset at anyone, they don't care. They could get upset at their classmate, they could get upset at the teacher, at the head of the school. Like, when they are upset, there's nothing you can do about it. So usually the school would assign an LSA to such kids, right? So you can help to shaping the behavior, help to prevent the behaviors from happening, even before the boy. For example, if it's a boy, when you're working with a child, you have to observe that child, so you know that such things annoys him. Okay, he gets annoyed with such things, so you would try to prevent that. That's what you would do. So you would serve as, someone that the boy can talk to. The boy has to be free with you and all that. So that's just by the way. So that's what this LSA means. Okay, so you have to sit with them in class. They find it difficult to grasp things, to understand. They take time. For example, if you're assisting a child and this child has a um low memory, right? Okay, and the next child is okay, is normal. So the next child might be able to recite a two timetable in 10 minutes, but this child might need extra time to say, okay, 2 times 1. Wait, let me think. I have to think. I have to think. Okay, that means the child is slow, right? Is a slow learner. Okay, so that's what you are there for. You are there to assist. Okay, so that's just what it means. You assist kids with behavioral issues, kids with communication disorders. So kids with dyslexia, dyscalculia, there are so many ways an LSA can be of assistance to these types of kids in school. So that's just what it means. It means you're just helping the child to reach his or her full potential. So there's nothing wrong with that. So if your child is the one that is very slow, you as an LSA, you are just there to assist and say, okay, don't worry, let's do this. We're going to be able, you don't worry, you'll be able to do this. I'll just give you some extra time. But that's just by the way. So I don't see any reason why a school would ask a parent for an LSA and the parent would refuse. Instead, you're withdrawing your child from that school. So I think that's really, really sad. That's so bad, and it's not you're not helping the child. You as a parent, if you're doing that, you're not even helping your child. So that's wrong on all levels. Okay, so but schools don't just ask parents to provide an LSA. For them to ask, it means they've done a test on the child and they've seen that no, this child is a very slow learner, or this child have behavioral issues, or this child have communication issues. And if this child should sit without an LSA in class with other kids, then this child is either the child is going to cause problems, or the child is going to draw the other kids back. It means they are going to be learning at a very slow pace, because the teacher would have to come every time to that boy or that girl and say, this is what you have to do. And then it means the other kids are going to be lagging behind, right? So that's just what it means. So I don't see any reason why a mother would refuse help for her child. Do you understand? I don't see any reason why. Like, it's so sad. So that's just what an LSC means, just to be short. Okay, my dears, let me not bore you guys with all this thing, but I felt so bad, honestly. Like, there was a time I had an interview, right, about this LSA position, and the white lady that interviewed me, she said, can you give me a scenario, right? Because I was talking and I was like, in Africa, um most of our parents, they don't have this awareness. They just feel that if their child is behaving like this, or if their child, this was about autism anyway, so if their child has autism, they just lock the child at home. And it's true, like this is what's happening. Like the lady told me that the sister locks this boy at home, like she locks this boy at home. Honestly, that it's when she's around, she and her auntie, that's when they bring this boy out, because even at the park nobody wants to play with him. Like it's so aggressive, like it's so obvious. I told this lady that interviewed me that this is what happens in Africa. I just spoke from my heart, and I know this is how it is. This is how it is in Africa. Even the rich men, like you don't see their kids, you don't see the autistic kids outside, like in functions, in parties, you don't see them outside. So I told her, and she was like, I think that was what even got me the job, because she was like, I'm so glad you can speak out this way, and you speaking out is going to be like you're creating awareness for other blacks, because you like everyone just need to accept, not just black people, right? We just need to accept the fact that this thing exists. Like kids have behavioral problems, and you can only shape these behaviors when they are still little. Like you see that boy, if he turns to like 8, 9, 10, trust me, he'll be fighting in public. Like the parents will not be able to shape in the behavior anymore, because it's from when they are little, it's when the parents can shape in the behavior. So do you understand? So that's just it. So that's why I felt I should just talk to her about it. And I was so glad that she saw reasons with me. She was even happy, like she wanted us to meet the next day, which was yesterday, but I could not go to the park because I had other things to do. Yeah, so hopefully we're even going to meet today. Yeah, so that's just it. So that's what happened. I'm so sorry I'm ranting about this. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I'm ranting about this, but this is, I just want people to know that this is normal. Like doesn't mean there's anything wrong with your child. There are better ways you can help children that's hyper. There are better ways you can help them, because you can just engage them in activities, right? Like the boy I'm working with in school, when he finished school, the parents takes him to boxing. After boxing, he goes to swimming. Like this does not just happen in one day. Like they can say like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have boxing, you have swimming lessons, and he has some other thing that he does, during the weekend, and plus activities in the school, plus they have PE, right? So there are better ways you can keep them engaged, and to burn out that steam and all that. That's what happened yesterday. So yeah, so that's it. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, if you find this video helpful, or if you think this video is going to be helpful to someone, a friend, a colleague, a neighbor, please don't forget to share this video to them. I just want people to have more awareness about things like this, about how we can help our children better. Forget about where you're coming from. Forget about how they used to do it back in your country. Whether you're from Europe, you're from Asia, you're from Africa, just forget about it. Forget about how it has been done before. Just seek help for your child. As parents, I believe that we would want the best for our children. So why would you be refusing help if it means your child being balanced in school? If it means your child being able to behave properly in a social setting? Like, why would you want to refuse help? I mean, it's absurd, right? So please, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to share it, don't forget to like, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, don't forget to comment. Your comment is very, very important, because I'm sure someone else will be waiting to read your comments, right? So don't just keep your views to yourself, don't just keep your comments to yourself. Okay, just comment down below so someone can benefit from this video. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you for sticking by to the end of this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. I keep stressing on it, please give this video a thumbs up, because I want to reach a wider audience on YouTube. Thank you so much for sticking by. So bye guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. And if you want me to do videos like this, please just let me know also, so I will talk about this again in subsequent videos. Thank you so much guys. Have a nice day. Bye.